You have an ID?
I have an ID in my car.
In this one?
Yeah.
Okay. You want to grab it?
No.
Really?
Yeah, I'd rather not ID.
So you're refusing to ID yourself?
Officer Genie.
Thank you very much. What's your name, sir?
Acting Sergeant Audit.
Thank you very much, sir.
Who is?
Wasn't that hard there? Wasn't that hard, brother?
You can't show me where the sign is? You say it's on this gate.
Exactly where it was at.
Okay, where is
Give
it?
me 1 sec.
Where's the sign?
An officer demands distance for safety, but unknowingly sparks a confrontation he can't control. The citizen refuses to back down and fires back using the department's own policy. Watch how this bold audit turns into a public shutdown of intimidation.
How far back? Either back there or all the way up there. I don't want to have to watch both of you guys at the same time.
How far back?
I'm not going to get you a foot number. Go by the tree or something. Welcome to film. I just don't want you so close to me. That's it. Thank you.
I think that's the same cop as from a couple nights ago. Pretty sure it's obvious that you're being recorded too.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm gonna keep you out of it as much as I can, okay? You guys did great the other night, just so you know. About 50,000 views on YouTube so far. Yep.
about 10.
25 feet away is a
Yeah,
lot.
25
Where'd you get
feet.
that feet? Where'd you get
That's
that?
for officer safety.
That's for
my
officer
reaction.
safety. Officer safety is cowardism. Public safety is
Okay,
heroism.
well, it is what it is. But
It is. You're cool.
You're distracting me from my duties right now.
You're not doing anything. He is. You're here to watch me. That's why he called you.
Well, I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah. Well, then obviously you're not part of this stop, so you're not performing anything.
Okay, why won't you take 10 steps back?
And I want you to give me your gun. Is that going to happen?
No.
Are you going to give me 50 bucks?
No.
Okay. Well, then why am I going to do what you say if you're not going to do what I say?
Because I'm kind of.
Leave me alone and stop talking to me.
What's that?
Leave me alone and stop talking to me.
Why? You're just standing here. I can talk to whoever I want, just like you can stand there and watch it.
Exactly. So you just admitted that I could do it. So just shut up and stop telling me what to do.
Shut up. Why are you telling me shut up?
Because you came over here telling me what to do.
Yeah, no.
What's your name and badge number?
Doesn't matter what my name is back.
Really?
Yeah.
You know, it's part of your policy.
Do you know my policy?
Actually, I do. Do you know? Actually, I'm not going to get into it. Do you know policy number 14, number 7?
Policy number 14.
Policy number 14,
What does
section
that say?
7.
If you know it so well.
It says that if you don't know your policy, you're supposed to call a sergeant so that you can get learned on your policy. Look up your policy. I'll put it in my YouTube video later.
Okay.
Is your traffic stop done?
Good luck to you.
Good luck to you too. 174107. E253125. Look at these guys trying to get my car. Let's go bother this guy a little bit. This guy. They have lanes for a reason. Lanes, these are parking spots.
We're just going to stand here. We can stand here.
We can stand here if you want to. It's gonna look great on YouTube for you guys and your department.
It's a great video. I'm sure it's very entertaining.
Yeah, a lot of people love it when you guys don't do your job correctly and try to intimidate people,
I'm not intimidated.
give them directives.
I have the right to park here, and you're just going to stand off my side. So I prefer to be able to respond to something.
I'm not stopping you from responding to anything. Absolutely not. If you got a call, you got nothing in front of your car, you got nothing behind your car, you can get in and put it in drive and take off just like you should. You can sit here with your car on and waste the gas. I don't care. It's only like almost $6 a gallon. Everybody on YouTube's gonna love that too. You want to pose for a thumbnail?
No.
No? Well, you are right now, so. You know who that officer is who drives that white SUV? Yeah? Yeah? I'm sure you do. Yeah, he's real famous on YouTube because he tried to intimidate me and act like he was all tough. Yep. Have a good day. You're dismissed.
When citizens know their rights, intimidation fails. Under the First Amendment, every American has the right to film in public, even law enforcement. And according to many internal policies like Policy 14 Section 7, officers must identify themselves upon request. Today's lesson is simple. Legal knowledge is power, and your camera is your shield. Don't let officer safety become a weapon against your freedom. You're on a public sidewalk with a camera, then come the officers, the orders, and the threats, just for filming. In this next chapter, Jeff returns to Naval Station Mayport, and what happens next spirals fast.
How you doing, man?
Good, how are you?
Wonderful.
Good. Jeff?
Brian Rankin, JSO.
Nice to meet you, sir.
What's going on?
Just getting some photographs out here today.
You really understand this is a military base?
Yes, sir. That's why I'm out here to get photographs of the military base.
So, you don't think that's rather odd?
No.
Really?
No, they're having the, I heard on the radio they're doing the base security operations this week. I think that's why Channel 4 News is out here as well.
Okay. Are you with the news?
I am, yeah, I'm with Pinac News.
Who are you with?
Pinac, P-I-N-A-C, Pinac News.
You have any credentials that associate you with them?
Not on me, no.
Usually people with the media have all their credentials on them
Right.
when they're working.
Right.
So, are you working?
I'm just getting photographs, yeah.
I'm just getting photographs, not answering my question, sir.
Okay, well,
I didn't just drive by and see you.
yeah.
It's a call for service because somebody's called in, reported your videotaping, photographing people leaving the base. Is what they said.
That's what they called in and reported?
Yeah.
The photographing and videotaping?
It's suspicious activity.
Is it unlawful activity?
It may not be unlawful, but it's highly suspicious.
Mm-hmm.
Suspicious enough for me to write a report with all your information in it.
Okay.
So, you have an ID
I have an ID in my car.
in this one?
Yeah.
Okay. You want to grab it?
No.
Really?
Yeah, I'd rather not ID.
So you're refusing to ID yourself?
Am I being detained or anything?
You're getting ready to be.
I mean, am I suspected of criminal activity?
Listen, we can do this one or two ways, brother. You've been with the media long enough to know
Mm-hmm.
we don't mess around with this kind of stuff, especially you're taking pictures of a Navy base or a Coast Guard base. It's a federal facility right here.
Mm-hmm.
You're actually standing on federal property.
No, I'm standing on public property.
You're actually on an easement. This
Yeah.
is a federal
Over there
base
is
right
federal.
here.
I'm on the public right-of-way where the bus stop is.
You're on a public right-of-way,
right.
adjacent to federal property.
Mm-hmm.
So you really don't want to identify yourself.
Well, I mean, am I being detained or anything?
You will be.
Well, I mean, if I will be, that means I'm not being detained, so.
You're not right now, but I'm trying to give you the opportunity to do the right thing. Again, I didn't just drive by and see you and now I'm going to stop and mess with you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I have a lawful reason to be here. Have a lawful reason to ask you any questions because of what you're doing.
And I have a lawful right not to answer any questions,
Okay.
right?
6:16, talked about 3:14. So this gentleman's here, says he's with media.
You know what? I got my business card. Can I give you my business card?
No, you're not going toward anywhere now. You've already refused
Mhm.
to identify yourself. Why are you going to give me a business card? Why not give me your ID?
Well, because I'd rather not ID. I got my business card.
Well, it doesn't work that way.
Well, how does it work?
I'm here for a lawful reason. I'm asking you for your ID.
Mm-hmm. But you've already affirmed that I'm not committing any crime. I'm not suspected of any criminal activity.
Well, we'll see.
Failing to give us your ID is a crime. It's called resisting without violence.
No, it's not.
That is a state statute, so.
No, it's not.
wanna-
Do you want to go to jail on something like that?
No, sir, I don't want to go to jail.
Okay, well, what,
Don't
I
be a
mean,
smart ass, all right?
Oh, I mean, what's your name and badge number?
That's my name.
What's your badge number?
63433.
And how do you pronounce your name?
Read it.
I can't.
Why are you being a smart ass?
How am I being a smartass?
This is the guy that goes around doing stuff like this.
I don't know.
How am I being a smartass?
I've never met him
Alright.
before, so I don't know.
Well, okay, since you guys, am I being detained? I've asked you that multiple times. You say I'm about to be. Either I'm being detained or I'm not.
Actually, you are being
Yeah, you're
detained
being
right
detained
now.
right
You're
now.
not
Okay.
free to leave.
Since I'm being detained, and you say you're conducting an investigation,
Yes.
I'm invoking my right to remain silent. I'm
Okay.
invoking my right to have an attorney present during questions. At this point, you can direct all your questions to my attorney.
Okay.
I'm not answering any more questions. I've told you who I am. My name is Jeff. Told you I work for Pennac News Services, and I'm gathering content for a story.
You got
Okay.
a phone number for that news service?
Yeah.
If you're a news service, then you should know that you work with
That's
the cops.
what I told him.
You just cooperate with us and everything.
I have cooperated. That's what I did. I told him
Give us
my.
your ID.
I don't need to give you my ID. I've told you my name is Jeff. I've identified
Doesn't
myself.
mean anything. I can tell you.
Pennac News.
You know,
Well, let me know when I'm free to go. So.
You're not
gonna
free to
be
go.
free to go.
Jeff, you said Jeff?
Yes, Jeff.
Tell me the media company again.
Pennac News, PINAC.
And you have a phone number for him?
That's 904.
Yep.
Like I said, I can give you my my business card if you'll let me get it out of the car.
ID.
I don't really want you going to your car now, because you've already shown me that you not really want to cooperate with me. So the last thing I want you to do is go to your vehicle and grab something. You feel me? I mean, from my standpoint, it's an officer safety issue. If you're gonna tell me no, I don't have to identify myself, which you do, then
I don't have to identify
I'm not gonna
myself
let
unless
you
I'm
go to your
suspected of a
car
crime.
and get something.
And I have identified myself. Next, my name
you
is
are
Jeff.
doing suspicious activity.
It's suspicious activity, a misdemeanor or a felony.
It doesn't matter what it is.
Is it a crime? Is it a crime to take photographs? That's what you said you got a call about.
Well,
Taking photographs and videotaping.
We'll find out.
It's a crime that you're not giving us your identity.
You have to have a reasonable articulable suspicion that a crime is
We
afoot.
already have it.
What's your reasonable articulable suspicion
We
that a
got a
crime?
call about a guy doing what you're doing.
Videotaping and taking photographs?
Yeah.
Yep.
On a
So-
military installation.
I'm not on a military installation.
You were taking
Of
one
it.
of a military.
Of a military. So you guys are saying that's a criminal offense?
Yes. It's not a criminal offense, but it's a suspicious activity that we can investigate.
Right.
And we have the right to question you.
Well, I would say that taking photographs and videos of
Say it all you want. I'm just telling
of a
you
military
what we-
installation is
I'm
a
just telling you what we.
okay. Well, let
we
me
operate on.
say what I'm saying. Taking photographs and video recording a military installation or a federal installation from public property is not only lawful activity, it's constitutionally protected activity.
We're not being arrested for it. We're just investigating it.
Well, that's like I said. If you're investigating on my lawfully constitutionally protected activity,
Well, that's what
then
we do. We investigate things.
you can talk to my attorney. All right.
You want to pay your attorney what, like a couple $100 an hour?
I don't know.
Do you think that's worth it?
You guys get your supervisor out here, please.
Yeah,
Oh, he's on the way.
It's on the way. Who is your supervisor? What's
He's
his name?
already on the way. He'll let you know his name when he gets here.
They'll give you his badge number.
Would that be a sergeant?
Yep.
I'm really surprised you guys are doing this. I thought you guys learned your lesson about this by now.
If you do what you say you do, you should be used to this.
I thought you guys learned your lesson about this by now.
Huh?
This is an unlawful detainment. You realize that? You don't care?
I get paid to do this, to investigate suspicious activity. I'm not doing anything unlawful, so I ain't worried about it.
You're detaining me unlawfully.
Because of your.
I'm not free to go.
Because of the way you're conducting yourself.
Because
Jeff,
of the
you
way.
want to give me your last name so I can verify through them?
I would rather not give my last name.
See, that kind of stuff.
It's none of your business what my last name is.
Okay, stick with that story.
Mm-hmm.
So it's Wednesday. What time is it? Around noon?
Yeah.
Nobody's at the news station?
Oh, you're calling my phone. That's my phone number.
That's the number you gave me.
Yeah, that's my phone number. It's Pennac News. It's me.
You're a funny dude, man.
Yeah, right back at you. So I'm going to put you guys on notice right now that you're in violation of my civil rights. I'm letting you know that I don't consent to being detained, and I'd like to be free to go. Let me know when I'm free to go.
This is what you do, you go around trying to get cops on, trying to catch them on doing stuff?
Well, you guys are definitely obliging if that was my purpose.
Yeah. Yeah.
You think it's funny to detain somebody?
No, it's not. Like I said, we're here for a lawful reason, so you know.
You're here for a lawful reason, but you don't have me for any crime. You don't have a lawful reason to detain me. That's the
The
problem.
fact that you refuse to identify yourself is.
It is not.
Yes, we have the right to question who you are when we have a
can
lawful
question.
reason to do that.
You don't have a lawful reason to detain me.
We can argue that all you want. I'm just telling you what I believe, and then you believe what you believe.
You're incorrect. You should know better. How long you been an officer with JSO?
How long have you been doing this?
About 5 or 6 years. How long have you been an officer?
Been a cop for about 35 years.
Oh, wow. And you don't know by now that you can't detain somebody
Yeah, I know
without
that I can't
lawful?
detain somebody without a reason,
Yeah.
but I'm not doing that.
And you don't know that Florida state statute says that I have to be lawfully detained before you can arrest me for failure to ID?
So you want us to arrest you first? Is that what you want?
No, I don't want to be arrested. Oh, no. I don't want to be arrested. Like I said, I'd like to be free to go. I'd like for you guys to leave me alone.
I'd
let
love
me
to
do what
let you go, but you can't now because of the way you're acting. If you would just cooperate in the beginning, you'd be on your way. But
So
you want-
peacefully
you
and
want-
politely
you
asserting my
want to be-
rights is...
No, because you don't refuse to identify yourself. And
I've identified myself multiple times. Jeff, that's Pinnack News. That's who I am. What I'm doing is gathering
having
content for a
proof that
story.
that's you.
I told him I'd get my business card. Feel it?
Business card is not proof, dude. You know that. You gotta have like a
I'm no under-
driver's license or some other.
I'm under no obligation to prove anything to you if
Hey, you know what?
I'm engaged in lawfully protected activity.
You know what? We can go round and round.
Yeah. Okay.
It's up to you.
I'm gonna grab my phone here. My phone. Is that okay? Hey Ed, how's it going?
Yeah, simple. All right.
I have not. I'm up in Jacksonville being detained right now by JSO.
Hey, it's 1028. If he 1051, it's good. 1028. Okay.
Hey, what?
Hey, hold on. I'll call you back, okay? If you don't hear from me in about 20 minutes, I've been arrested, all right? I'll call you in 20 minutes.
Okay, you're free to go.
All right, thank you guys.
Yep.
Be safe out there.
Thank you. Have a good day.
I'd rather not. If you guys let me be free to go, that's fine.
Jeff wasn't arrested, but that doesn't make the detention lawful. Filming from a public easement, even near a military base, is a First Amendment protected activity. Police cannot demand ID without reasonable, articulable suspicion of a crime, as upheld in Terry versus Ohio. The takeaway is clear. Know the law. Stand your ground. And remember, you are not obligated to comply unless the law requires it. Right after the heated exchange about the legality of the no recording equipment sign, the citizen takes it one step further, challenging the officers on the public's right to enter and file complaints inside a government building. Can a sign truly override constitutional press freedom and public accountability? Let's see what happens when policy collides with the law.
Hey. I'm doing great. How's it going?
Good. Just checking in. Everything okay?
Yeah, I'm doing great.
All right. Anything we can help you with?
No.
No?
Can I help you?
No? Just checking in. I know you just noticed standing out here. Is there anything can help you? Anything happen? What's going on?
No, you already asked me that. Can I get your name though?
It's right here.
How do you pronounce it?
You pronounce it whichever way you want.
What's your name, sir?
Officer Drini.
Thank you very much. What's your name, sir?
Acting Sergeant Audit.
Thank you very much, sir. Wasn't that hard there? Wasn't that hard, brother? You expect to come out here and have a conversation with me. You don't even want to tell me your name. Sila? Silla?
Okay, so nothing we can help you with?
You've asked me that 3 times now, but I appreciate you giving me your name. I appreciate you identifying yourself. Thank you, sir.
Enjoy the sun.
Have a good day, Officer Silly. Yeah, I appreciate your other guys too, professionalism. Yeah, have a good day, buddy. Be safe out there, man. Actually, yeah, sir, I do have a question. Yeah, what's with this sign right here? I do have a question, actually. Yeah, what's with that sign right there?
Which sign?
This sign.
Big one? Big ones?
This one right here.
Oh, this one.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Yeah, so that's probably referring to this part, this property here, right?
Oh, why is that? Why?
It's on the sign. OPP property.
Yeah, but that doesn't have anything to do with the Trespasser Property Act.
Well, nobody's saying you're trespassing right now. You're outside.
No, but that does. That says if I walk on this property with my equipment, I'm trespassing, which is just silly to me, right? Does it sound silly to you?
I can't speak, so I don't write the policies, man. I just work here. But,
So if I step on the property with this, will you arrest me?
I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna do anything right now.
How about you, Sergeant?
Well, under the Trespass Property Act, you have to disobey the sign.
So what specifically under the act makes it trespassing?
You're disobeying the sign.
So what if you had a sign that said no black people? Am I disobeying the sign then?
The sign doesn't say that.
Well, it could say that. What? You just said people with long hair can't come in here. What then? Like, I don't understand. You said just because the sign says it, it doesn't make any sense to me, Sergeant.
I think what the sign is referring to, I can't be sure, but it's probably to do with just privacy of people that work here. It's just to respect the people that work here, right?
Yeah, well, I understand people.
Tow trucks come in, people that were involved in accidents, so it's kind of private, it's sensitive. So to respect the people that come here that need our service, we ask that you don't record them, right? It's fair. A lot of these people are having a bad day, right? The last thing they need is somebody with a camera.
Okay, so I can make up a situation as well. Say Officer Silly here assaulted me over there. Maybe he punched me in my face. Theoretical, right? I wanted to come in and make a complaint on him. Do you think I would walk in that building without my audio recording device and make sure I'm safe again while I go in to make a complaint on Officer Silly?
So I can't comment on the hypothetical situations.
Well, you just gave me a hypothetical.
No, I think that's kind of what it's referring to, right? It's saying if you have questions, feel free to ask.
It doesn't say anything about anybody's privacy. It doesn't say anything about anybody's privacy.
I just gave you my best guess, right? Just based on what I see.
Yeah, well, he's the sergeant. I want to know what he had to say. He said because the sign said it, that makes it law. Boom, you're trespassing.
Well, it is.
No, it's not, Sergeant. No, it's not. You can't just say you can't come in here because it's trespass to property, man. We have a right of journalism in this country. We have a right to freedom of the press. It's under Section 2B of the Canadian Charter of Rights. So if I want to go in and work on a story about corruption or the good police that are in the OPP station, you have a right to do that. I have a right to walk into the lobby and say, hey, can I get an interview for a story I'm working on?
Yeah,
right?
If you want to do that.
No, according to this sign, I'd be trespassing.
Well, the sign is referring to the property. If you want to come through
the sign needs to be taken down, brother.
If you want to come through the front door,
the sign needs to be taken down. That's what I want to say.
Any questions, anything? If you want to come through the front door, there's no problem.
Sure, I'd like to go in and get a complaint form. Do you have LECA complaint forms in there?
Is the supervisor still here?
Yep.
If you want to talk to a supervisor.
Do you have the LECA complaint forms or different type of complaints for OPP officers? Can I get a complaint form?
If you want to go through the front desk, so yeah.
Thank you, Sergeant. You guys agree with me that the sign is a little bit silly though after we've explained it?
We've discussed it. I think.
Yeah. Well, Sergeant, just because it says one thing doesn't make it law. You guys are law enforcement. Appreciate your time, though. Yeah, thank you, sir. You have a great day.
A sign is not the law. In a free society, the right to record, the freedom of the press, and the power to hold government accountable are protected by Section 2B of Canada's Charter and by the First Amendment in the U.S. Constitution. If we don't challenge unjust restrictions, liberty fades quietly. Always remember, policy is not law, and your rights don't stop at a sign.
Come here a sec, talk to me for a sec.
What's going on?
You know you're not supposed to be back here, right?
No.
There's signs posted out there
Where?
on our gate.
Can you show me?
Do not enter.
Can you show me? You can show me?
Go ahead.
Where does it say that?
I've seen you around here before. I know you're not supposed to be back here.
I don't know anything. What's your name and badge number?
Officer Colwell, Park Police Department, badge number 99.
Okay.
The sign's been on that gate, and we do know that you've been around here.
What sign?
This gate that goes up and down right here, there's a sign that says do not enter, and I know you've been around here.
Where's the sign?
So this gate right here, it's malfunctioning because of the weather. There's a sign on that that says that you do not enter.
There is? Okay. I can't see it.
I know you've seen it before.
I haven't seen it.
Can I see your ID?
No.
Can I see your ID?
No. Am I under arrest?
No, I'm just talking to you.
Okay, well, no, you can't see my ID. I mean, respectfully, I'm just going to not show my ID.
Little Park 417.
Again, I'm looking for the sign. Where's it at? You can't show me where the sign is? You say it's on this gate.
Exactly where it was at.
Okay, where is
Give
it?
me 1 sec.
Where's the sign? Nowhere around here. Where is it?
Hey, come on, side real quick.
Can you show me where the sign is?
I told you exactly where it was at. I know you've seen it.
The sign is not visible. Where is it? Where's the sign?
I told you exactly where it was at. I know you've seen it.
I haven't seen anything.
Oh?
No, I haven't. Where's the sign?
I told you exactly where it was at.
There's no sign here, man. Where's the sign? It's not there. This whole side of the fence, there's nothing. This side of the fence, there's nothing. Where's the sign? Like, am I doing something wrong here? And what's that?
I told you exactly what it was. I told you you're not supposed to be back there.
I don't know anything. It's open. So there's no sign posted anywhere. Now, if you had a sign, I would imagine the department would be smart enough to put it on something like right here, or maybe on that side. There's no sign anywhere, man.
So as I was sitting right there watching him ride around, because I saw him ride out as I was pulling back in. Okay. And he came back up in here.
There's nothing posted anywhere,
Unfortunately,
sir.
the sign on the gate that
It's fine. It's been posted, and you do know that you cannot come in.
I don't
You
know
that
anything,
These are
sir.
personal vehicles. You know you're not supposed to be back
I don't
here.
know anything,
You
sir.
know you ride out here every single time, and any
I
other
don't
time
know
this gate is broke,
anything.
you don't go in there. Today you went in there.
A gate that is
There
closed,
it
I can't
says,
go inside.
Do not trespass. You do
Where's
not
the
go in there
sign
where our
posted?
vehicles.
What's your name, badge number, sir?
I am Corporal Hamilton, badge number
Okay.
87. Do not come back here where our vehicles are, sir, okay?
Okay, post
You
the
know
sign.
it's posted.
I was just telling what Caldwell, right?
It is posted. You know that.
If you were like, I would imagine my local PD would be smart enough to post something right here if there is something posted that was not
It
movable.
has been posted on the gate, and you have been here every night and seen this sign. You do this all the time. You know that is posted. So do
No,
not
I don't.
come back here where our vehicles are.
You're supposed to
You've
sign
been
right
told.
here.
Good day, sir.
You're supposed to sign right here.
Okay.
Can you tell this officer that he does not have to do not demand my ID? Okay. Let's take a look and see if there's a sign posted somewhere. On this gate, nothing.
Once again, the truth is clear. No sign means no trespass. Under U.S. law, demanding ID is only lawful when there's reasonable suspicion of a crime. Citizens are not obligated to comply with vague commands, and police cannot use assumptions to override your freedom. Knowing the law is your greatest weapon against abuse of power.